A Canada Dry tattoo?
Yeah, big, right across the chest. That logo just right here, just.
Sponsored by Canada Dry. Have you ever just wanted a soda and wanted your stomach to feel happy and not like bloated and disgusting? Canada Dry. All right, so I'm here with Kyle Ferreter for Chapter 2, because the first one really didn't count of Why Sumo. It was a disaster.
I think it was a disaster. I wasn't in a great mood. Plus, it was when you were still trying to figure out the whole formula for Why Sumo, and it was a 2-minute interview. Why do you do sumo? Who's your favorite sumo wrestler? What's your favorite move? Done. It was like 2 minutes, and it was at the All America. I was the first one on Why Sumo, but we're here so we can actually have a little bit of a conversation this time and have a little bit of a talk.
Yeah. So if you want to see his first interview, which I don't recommend, do not watch it because it's bad. It's bad.
So I'm glad we're back here. I'm glad we're giving it a second shot because I just happened to be in San Diego this weekend visiting my good friend JJ, and we're just going to make something happen, you know?
So not only is he here, we did judo, which, let me tell you something. Anybody that's like, I will do judo, I'll do jujitsu, I'll do sumo, you have a very strong spot in my heart because you're a psychopath like me. You'll do just about everything. And of course, we're dealing with the Sumo Nomad, the 6-time national champion in different styles, 8-time medalist in different stuff. Just go ahead and give a list of your accomplishments, and then I'll fast forward and make it super fast.
Okay, so national championship 2021 beach wrestling bronze, 2023 beach wrestling gold, South Africa wrestling gold. This year, wrestling silver. This year I've done beach wrestling gold. I'm going to try and establish a game tomorrow. And I'm current world champion in Scottish backhold wrestling, which is just starting in a body lock and launching someone. So that's my favorite style, but
it's a lot. And I thought I did a lot. No. This man does way more.
I actually have a spreadsheet on my phone with 34 different styles of combat sports, and it's just like, where did you compete in it? What's the highest level you competed at? Did you medal? Did you do this? And it's 34 right now. It'll be 35 tomorrow. I'm excited to update it. What's your current record in it? This, that, and the other. And it goes from, I do consider Nogi Jiu-Jitsu and Jiu-Jitsu different styles.
They are.
High school folk style and collegiate folk style different styles because they are different rule sets, but that's still 34 different sports that I've competed in, and they're all except for boxing and Muay Thai are grappling. So,
do you separate ADCC and regular Nogi, or do you consider them the same?
I consider them the same, and that's just because that's a different promotion, and there's 50 different rule sets when you go into a Nogi Jiu-Jitsu tournament. But the one thing that I've learned, and the reason that I do compete in so many styles, if you can grab someone, take them to the ground, and hold them on your back, you're winning the match.
Interesting. What got you on this journey? I'm going to talk to you about some of the wrestling styles that you haven't done that I think you should.
I don't think he knows which ones I haven't done.
I think I know two. Actually, let's start. Singalese wrestling. Have you done it?
Senegalese, not yet.
Boom, got him right here.
But unlike a lot of people when they're just like, I didn't know Senegal had a wrestling style. I'm just like, I know the rules. I want to do it.
So that's one that the second you find out how to do it, I'm going with you.
Okay.
That's happening. That's happening.
Deal.
And then the other one is the Korean wrestling. The Korean wrestling that is called Serum? Shittum.
I have not competed in this one yet. I have practiced it. The World Nomad Games are this August. I am on the world team, and I'm going to be competing in Shittum in August in Kazakhstan. So, yes, it is on the list.
Whoa. All right, so that's further on the list. I have been talking to them on Instagram and being like, hey, there's an amateur one, and I've been hitting them up and talking to them and being like, hey, I'm going to come out and do some stuff, and I'm just trying to justify my flight to Korea and then my flight to Japan from there. So doubling it up. See you, Jamie.
Yeah, I mean, Jay's a nice guy. I've been talking to him a little bit too, but it's just it's kind of one of those deals where when you're talking to like a pro sumo stable or something like that, and it's like, I'm going to come out and train with you guys, sure. But when you actually show up, I think it'll be probably different. I know that there's a couple of other amateur sumo wrestlers in the U.S., and we all really want to try shit them in Korea. So I would like to get like a contingent of us, like 5 or 6, especially in different weight classes, that we can go out there, try to compete in a big tournament or something like that. I know that Britain has a Shit'em organization. I would love to do it. So if we can get an organization of a couple wrestlers in the U.S. that want to go out, and we can get it organized and hopefully cheaper, then that would be nice.
Yeah, let's put that into the ethos. Let's do it. I think that would be super fun to go out and it's calls to me. I don't understand the rules at all, but I look at it, I'm like, I think I could do it. I think I can do it because of the grip, the mandatory grip, and I'm like, ooh, now my hips are like, I'll never fall on my face again. Thank you, Jarrett.
So Shit'em, it's got an underhook on the right side and an overhook on the left side, and you're grabbing their belt, but it's wrapped around one of their legs, not just their waist. It's fairly similar to audacious, which is I forget the country, but it's a wrestling style I have done where you've got the belt tied around your waist, and it's basically just a jiu-jitsu or judo belt, under, over, and you're just going for throws. And so that one's a ton of fun.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So you are international. You're international. You're going to Kazakhstan. How many different styles are you going to be representing the U.S. for?
Monster OG Lemonade. 美味しいね。はい。
In Kazakhstan, at least 2, maybe up to 5, I'm not sure yet. They actually have a Mancala World Championship there too, the marble game.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to convince them to let me do that too. I'm not good at Mancala, but we don't have a U.S. representative there, and I feel like it would just be cool to say I competed at it. And here's the thing: if I walk in and I'm like, yeah, I competed at the Mancala World Championships, are you going to assume I'm good at Mancala?
Yes.
Exactly. And then other internationally, I'm going to be competing in France and Greece this year for beach wrestling. I am on Team USA for that. That's a USA Wrestling sanctioned everything. So at least 3 styles internationally this year. If I could make it out to Scotland this year for Scottish backhold again, I would do that, which would make 4, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. So
This man does a lot.
So to be honest, I don't think you should pursue national titles. I think you should pursue self-betterment. I have spent the last 4 or 5 years now, since right at the beginning of COVID, trying to compete in as many styles as possible. And it's not because I want to win this world title. I want to win this world title. It's because I want to be the best that I can be. And I think that everyone can pursue that on their own. Wrestling, grappling, and sports in general are the greatest equalizer on the planet. You'll walk in, you can go into your local jiu-jitsu gym, you can sit down, you can be 6'5", 300 pounds like me, walk up to some guy that's 140 pounds and soaking wet for no reason, kind of greasy looking, and he'll kick the hell out of you. So I think that's great on grappling. It's the oldest sports. Every culture and every civilization, they have started with a track and field sport, a strength sport, and a grappling sport. You can practice grappling because it's safe, but it is still a wartime martial mechanic. It's one of the greatest ways that you can learn to be better than yourself, and it also puts you in touch with your ancestry and your history, because no matter what your culture is, your cultural background, they have a wrestling style. It may not still be practiced. Like, for example, I'm Irish. Irish collar and elbow is a dead style, but it's so similar to judo that you can feel that connection in your soul, in my opinion. And then just becoming a grappler in general is one of the greatest uses of time that I've ever had in my life. I've been able to travel the world and travel the country extensively. I've met JJ here through sumo, but he's allowing me to train at his gym, jiu-jitsu and judo today. but I've also been to Florida, New York, Mexico, Scotland, Turkey to compete. I've got a couple other countries on the docket, and it's all just coming out there, and the goal is to just go out there, see what you can do. I've become great friends with people all over the world because the only thing we have in common is that we both want to go out and grapple and try to beat the hell out of each other. So I think it's just a beautiful thing. It's a kinsmanship that you will not find anywhere else. And I think anyone, even if it's going into your local jiu-jitsu gym, trying out for a tournament, or if it's trying to make the world team in whatever sport that you like, I think that no matter what, it's one of the best things you can do with your time. And I think anyone can do it. I've seen blind grapplers with one leg, grapplers with no hands that are absolute killers, that can world level competitors. And it's just because they go out there and they give it their all no matter what.
That was awesome.